Okay. I call the meeting of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court to order. Let the minutes reflect that the meeting has been duly called and that the notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. It is now 10 o'clock a.m. and we will begin with a roll call.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Joe Flores, Precinct 3.
Richard Cortez, County Judge. That constitutes a quorum. As is customary here, we have a pledge of allegiance led by a veteran. Today we're honored to have Mr. Raymond Herrera, Hidalgo County Assistant Veteran Service Officer, joining us to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Herrera served in the U.S. Navy as a search and rescue swimmer from 2008 to 2013. He holds a master's degree with the University of Texas at RGV, and we thank you very much for your service.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can now lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we give thanks for the democracy alive in our country and for the freedom to worship you. Help the elected government and all in positions of power and authority to govern wisely and for the common good of all. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Next is the approval of the consent agenda. There were some items noted by the auditors.
Yes.
Have they been?
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to take out of order from consent agenda items, item 3A, item 3X, and item 3Z.
Motion to approve the rest of the agenda, consent agenda.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
There's an announcement, though. I apologize. I thought Mr. Guerra might be doing it. Under consent agenda 10E, we're asking for no action.
Okay. You want to amend the motion then, please? Or rescinded? Okay.
So I rescind the motion.
This is my second.
Okay, may I have a new motion? No?
Yes.
Vote to approve.
Vote to approve the consent agenda.
Except 3A, 3X, 2, and 310, right?
Why don't you
And
read
10E.
it, Marty, what you want us to do?
Okay, so they've rescinded the motion, and so I'd like the court to take a motion to approve the consent agenda, pulling out consent agenda items 3A, 3X, 3Z, and 10E.
Second, first.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Consent agenda item 3A, we'll be asking for no action. Consent agenda items 3X and 3Z, we'll be working with the budget office as there is still a question with respect to the capital project funds, with respect to capitalizing the expenditures. So we're asking for no action on 3X and 3Z. And Marty, for 10E,
No action.
no
at this
action as
time.
well. Okay?
Move approval.
Second.
All those in favor
Go ahead.
say aye.
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 We didn't need it.
We didn't. It's okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 2A. Or no, I'm sorry.
5A.
I was back in the wrong.
14C.
Okay, I'm back
Yes.
to the right one.
Mr.
Okay,
Olivares?
approve. 5A, go ahead. District Attorney's Office.
Judge, we don't have the representative from the District Attorney's Office, so
Okay.
with your permission.
Then it's 10:53. We're back, reconvened from closed session. Are there any action items to
We
be
can take it in the regular order down the
taken
road.
regular order? Okay, well then we're going to go back to item 14C, give Dr. Menendez his oath. Dr. Hardy, sir, please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, I, Ivan Menendez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Health Authority
of Health Authority
of the State of Texas
of the State of Texas,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my abilities,
preserve, protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of the state.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your hard work, Doc. Appreciate that.
My pleasure. Thanks for the honor. Thanks again.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
But I don't want to stand next to Joe because I was really small.
Now you know how I feel.
This is my 14th year.
Right.
Believe me, I get from the hospital, they laugh at me. They say, "Mira, esto es tu papá."
A tall guy, healthy guy, and a gordito man, I tell you.
Everybody ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we apologize to everyone for kind of breaking the order of the meeting. If anybody has to leave or needs to go, let me know. I'll be happy to try to accommodate you.
Let's
Okay?
take care of the staff that's here, Judge.
Okay, yeah, that's one. What's the number of the agenda? 11? Okay.
11B.
Okay,
Got about 10 people here.
come on.
Right, we have the status update on the Hidalgo County Wellness Program.
Good morning, County Judge, Commissioners. Diana Hualpa with the Wellness Program. Today I'm here to present the results from the 2019 Nationwide Team Challenge. You do have a copy of the report in your hands to better visualize the results. Employees who participated in the 2019 challenge competed in teams of 5 to lose the greatest percentage of weight. Now, the challenge started on August 2nd and ended on October 25th. We do have a total of 75 employees who participated in the challenge. 49 of them were females, and the rest, 26, were males. The average weight loss for females was 1.78%, and in the male population, the average weight loss was of 5.35%. We do have top 3 employees who lost a significant amount of weight loss percentage. The first one is Mr. Gustavo Garza from Drainage District, who lost 18.68. Then we have Mr. Esteban Mota, who is also present here from the Drainage District, and he lost 15.01%.
Wow.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, and we have Mr. Moises Flores, who couldn't be joining us today, but he lost a total of 12.69, and he is from the 206 District Court. Now, we do have top 3 Hidalgo County teams. We have Las Contras from Drainage District. We also have King's Corners from Drainage District number 1, and Perspire to Inspire from the Judge's Office.
Wow.
Congratulations. to all the
Congratulations,
teams.
everyone.
At this point, I'm going to invite Mr. Gustavo Garza to give a couple of words.
I tried to prepare something. Good morning, everyone. First off, I want to thank Judge Cortez and the commissioners for having us here today and allowing our team to be recognized and the rest of our county employees. Also, I'd like to thank Commissioner Eddie Cantu and the Employee Benefits Division for their time and efforts on promoting exercise and better eating habits, as it has resulted in many county employees living a healthier lifestyle. And we've seen it in many of us. Laura Briones is not here today, but she's been going every day to work out at the Hidalgo County Precinct 2 Indoor Sports Complex. So thank you. It's made a big impact on everyone. And personally, it was challenging, but I mean, just eating was a main thing for me, and exercising, of course. And thank you.
Now we're gonna invite them to.
So a couple of things, Yana, if I may. At Precinct 2, we get our staff together and we do healthy barbecues just to show our staff how easy it is to eat healthy. And we do it with a barbecue pit because we don't have stoves and ovens. But because of y'all's success, we wanted to go out to the Drainage District, and we have chosen December 5th to go out there and cook for y'all. So we're going to have an employee luncheon, and we'll celebrate you guys again in front of your own team. We continue to try to get people eating better and working out. Yesterday we had a couple of workouts that we delivered to different departments. One was to my field operations staff at 7 o'clock in the morning to show that you can work out in the morning before you start your day. Or at 5 o'clock we went to our complex there on Hall Acres, and we had people come out and work out with us just to show that we can do something at any time of the day, lunch, after work, whenever. And so we continue to move that forward. We continue to invite people to join our Facebook page, which is the Hidalgo County Employee Wellness page. You get to see what other people are doing countywide, what people are eating, and how much they're working out. And we have, I think, the judges' staff who was tremendous in this deal also. Congratulations to everybody that participated.
Yeah, they're embarrassing me, but that's okay. They set a good example.
They're motivating you, Judge.
They're motivating me, right?
I would like just to name the employees who won the top 3 Hidalgo County teams. Los Contras, Mr. Esteban Mata, Alejandro Plasencia, Jose Cantu, Juan Zamora, Michael Cerda. And the total weight loss percentage was of 9.88.
That's awesome.
And actually, out of 164 teams, they ranked 15 in the nationwide. So really, really close. Now we have King's Corner with Mr. Gustavo Garza, Laura Briones, Diana Valdez, Jennifer Garza, Claudette Guerrero, and the weight loss percentage was of 3.97%.
And we're still working with our vending machine supplier. We're going back and forth. We're fighting for getting healthier options in our vending machines. We're not going to remove all unhealthy options, but we're going to have healthy options. So we're working with them on that. And we're just trying to have an atmosphere of they're giving everybody the ability to eat better if they want to. But let's take a picture.
And I have one more team, which is the team from the judges, Perspire to Inspire. Miss Sandra De Leon, Mr. Isaac Sulemana, Miss Veronica Treviño, Miss Julia Sullivan, and Miss Brandy Salinas.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Awesome. Separately or together?
Isn't it, Joe?
Congratulations.
Good job, man. Good job.
Y'all led 15 from number 15 state. Hold it, you know.
Good job. Good job.
Tacos with almond tortillas.
Here.
Okay, did anybody sign up for open session?
Open forum, yes, we do
Open
have.
forum, I mean.
We do have 3 participants for open forum. I will remind the audience to please respect the speaker's time at the podium. There is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise when there is 1 minute.
It's okay.
Our first participant is Ms. Fern McClarity.
wasn't quite ready. Usually we're at the very end. Today I want to ask and talk to y'all about the security at the courthouse building site. If the intent of this item on the agenda today is to provide more money for the site security at the construction site, the answer is no. From the time construction started to the time the keys to the facility are given to the county, responsibility for the site is held by the construction contract manager. The intent is to improve efficiency and performance by establishing a single point for all construction decisions. If there is an accident, material are not delivered on time, equipment is missing, the scheduling and the documents of construction process, and finally security on all the responsibility goes to the construction contract manager. Among these activities, security is 24 hours, 7 days a week responsibility, and it is basically their successful completion of the job. If security has been underfunded, how much security was provided and what was the process used to establish the security required? Last week we were at the City of Edinburgh. Our fire chief, most of the fire department, all the police department except for a few, had to leave the meeting and rush to the courthouse square because you had someone up on the crane. We saw him up there, and this morning I looked up there. It's very, very high. So my question is, who was at fault here? Was it the county? Was it the security that was there that allowed an individual, young man, to climb up? And if you look out at that ladder, you can't even hardly see the ladder. And he got up on the actual crane because we saw the little body that was up there. So our question, again, is who's responsible for something like this? And if one can do it, others will be coming. Finally, it is more security is necessary. It should be paid for by the construction contractor and not the county. Security is primary function is to take care of our site until it is turned over to the county. So I'm hoping, I understand there wasn't much put out by the county as to what happened. I'm hoping that y'all have asked some questions because obviously the public knows very little about this and they have a lot of questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presenter is Marcos Lopez, or Marco Lopez, or Mario. I'm
Marco, but I didn't put myself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So who put your name?
So
I might have put myself, but I was trying to put that.
Oh, okay. So
you guys are doing this application thing now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Buenos días, comisionados. Me llamo Francisca y soy miembro de Lupe. En esta ocasión vengo a... Bueno, hoy queríamos darle las gracias a Joe Flores y a sus trabajadores por el apoyo que nos han dado para nuestra colonia. Y el apoyo que nos dan, pues queríamos venir a... Sí, que nos están dando para los carros, no corran rápido en las colonias. Sabemos que son muchas personas que corren en sus carros rápidos y queremos un día poder tener topes por la ayuda de los anuncios de las calles. Trajimos un mapa de nuestra colonia donde faltan los anuncios. Algunos están viejos y necesitan reemplazarse. Muchas gracias por el tiempo.
Pudiéramos, or could we give you the map? We've been giving them to Victor, and he's actually been helping us a lot with the street signs. We've been switching them out because I know it's difficult to put the speed bumps. So he's been helping us a lot with at least putting street signs in order to at least try to like quail the speed, the people that drive real fast in the neighborhoods. So we've been doing these maps where he'll go and he'll put like the new street signs and new stop signs, and even children at play signs to help with that. And if not, we're gonna try to figure something else out to see if we can work together to stop the speeding of cars. But could I pass it to you? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Francisca. I'm a member of Lupe, and I come from Colonia Eduardo 5. Today, we wanted to thank Mr. Joe Flores and his employees for their support and that cars don't go very fast in the neighborhoods. We know that many people drive fast in their cars, and we would like to have speed bumps someday, but the signs do help. We brought them up from our neighborhood where signs are missing or they're old and need to be replaced. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you. Our last presenter is Francis Loredo.
18A.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
We're going to go for 18A.
I mean.
18A. He wants you to get back to work.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. We have a couple items here on Precinct 3. Armin Garza. Item 1, approval of advanced funding agreement between the Hidalgo County, Texas Department of Transportation for Liberty Boulevard, Mile 3 to FM 2221. Project and approval for order authorizing county judge to sign the AFA for said project.
Move approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item number 2, approval to issue check to Texas Department of Transportation in the amount of $111 and $221 for the county estimated share for direct state costs for environmental right-of-way engineering for the utilities of Hidalgo County Precinct 3, Liberty Boulevard. Project with the authority of the county treasurer to issue the check, review, audit, and processing procedures to complete by the county auditor.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. Item B, requesting approval of supplemental number 1, work authorization number 3 for Veterans Road Project, amended Exhibit B for scopes of services to be provided by engineer and update Exhibit D1, estimated man-hour breakdown, and the approval work authorization number 3 does not increase or increase the amount.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, Mando, what number are you? 17?
Thank you, Judge. Item 17A, requesting acceptance and approval to submit an application for discharging stormwater to Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the Precinct 2 Las Milpas Park Youth Facility Project in FAR, Texas, with authority for Commissioner Eduardo Cantu to execute the application.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Item 17B, 1, approval and acceptance for Commissioner Precinct Number 2, Eduardo Cantu, to sign the notice of intent for stormwater discharges associated with construction activity under TPDES general permit application and request for electronic reporting waiver from the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality for the Precinct 2 Dicker Road project.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. There were some auditor's comments on this thing. Has that been resolved? Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Item 17B2, requesting approval of payment in the amount of $325 to TCEQ for the application fee with authority for the county treasurer to issue check after review and auditing procedures are completed by the county auditor.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay. I think we're back to item 5A, District Attorney's Office.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 5A, Discussion, consideration, and action acknowledging the memorandum of understanding between the Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office and South Texas College Continuing Education. The purpose is to collaborate and provide continuing education units, CEUs, to participants on law enforcement courses.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5B, DA's Office, District Attorney Testing of Forensic Evidence Grant, Fund 1281. Number one, we're requesting approval to apply for the fiscal year 2020 District Attorney Testing of Forensic Evidence Grant.
Go ahead and go to 2.
And number two, requesting approval of resolution to designate the county judge as a grantee's authorized official and to sign the document.
Move for approval on 5B, 1 and 2.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
5C, DA's Office, Victims Unit Court Advocate Project Grant, Fund 1281. Approval to submit a ViewCap grant number 3596402, grant adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
One more.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5D, DA Victim Assistance Program, VAP Grant Fund 1281. We're asking for approval to submit a VAP grant number 2924303, grant adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item 5E, DA Victim Assistance Program Grant, VAP Fund 1281. Number one, we're asking for the approval to accept the Victim Assistance Program Grant from the Office of the Governor in the amount of $677,343.78, effective October 1st, 2019 through September 30th, 2021. And we're also asking for approval of certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the fiscal year 2019 Victim Assistance Program Grant and appropriation of same.
Ms.
Move
and
for
Judge.
approval on 5E, 1 and 2.
Okay. And Ms. Rosie, there was an observation by the Auditor's Office. Has that been addressed with the Auditor's Office? with
I
respect-
spoke to Sergio this morning. We are partially appropriating the cash match. Come the new year, they're going to be appropriating the rest of the funds.
And will that then, as well as the hold status?
Oh, the fund hold is on the state side. I'm not sure what's going on, but.
So it's not on our side?
It's not on our side.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already sufficed all the questions that they had.
Okay.
We have a motion. We haven't gotten a second. Does that resolve the issue?
Well, it answers the question with respect to the...
We'll continue following up, but it is on their
On the
side.
match.
We've
Should I
already.
change the motion?
No.
For our part, we're going to wait to post the certification of revenues and the appropriation until the hold has been released from the state. So I think it should.
Okay, so then we need to approve E1 and no action on 2?
No, number 2 would be subject to the release
Oh,
of the
subject
state
to
hold.
it, okay.
Subject to release.
Of the state hold.
You want to amend your motion?
Yes. I amend my motion and withdraw it, and then move for approval on E1, 5E, 1 and 2. 1, and then, what is it?
Subject to those conditions
Yes,
regarding the approval by the auditors.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 5F, DA's Victims Unit Court Advocate Project Grant, ViewCap Fund 1281. We're asking for approval to accept the Victims Unit Court Advocate Project Grant, ViewCap, from the Office of the Governor in the amount of $1,021,281.23, effective October 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2021. And also, number 2, we're asking for the approval of the certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for fiscal year 2018, Victims Unit Grant Advocate Project Grant, and the appropriation of the same. And this is going to be the same situation.
Right. So, Judge, Commissioners, if I may ask that the motion be as the prior motion, which is the approval of 1 and 2, subject to the release of hold from the state.
Move for approval, subject to, the same motion you say.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 5G, District Attorneys, Chapter 59, Fund 1223. We're asking for approval of the 2019 appropriation of funds in the amount of $425,600 to fund salary-related expenditures.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 6A, HIDA Task Force, Fund 1291. We're asking for approval to submit a reprogram request to South Texas HIDA from fiscal year 2018 grant funds in the amount of $3,300 and approval of the related transfer.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Office.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
Under number 7, item A, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Jay Ontiveros, student at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, as an intern under the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Internship Program for the period of November 2019 to December 2019.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Eduardo Garcia Jr., student at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, as an intern under the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Internship Program for the period of January 2020 to May 2020.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Constable Precinct 3, 8A.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Today we have discussion and consideration and approval for the Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 continued participation in Texas Lejos program, formerly known as the Texas 1033 Surplus Program.
Go to 2 and 3. You want to go to
authorization for the county judge as authorized official to sign required documents. Authorization and approval to participate, select, and receive equipment under Texas Lejos program with selected list to be submitted prior to receipt.
Motion
Move for approval
approved.
and A1, 2, 3.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Commissioner.
Thank you.
Constable Precinct 5.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, for Constable 5, he couldn't be present today. And for the record, there is a public participation form for item 9A from Ms. Fern McClarity. So item 9A is discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Javier Garza as Deputy Constable by Constable Daniel Marichalar, Constable Precinct 5, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code 86.011.
And our question today is, what is the basis for hiring another constable at Precinct 5? And at every one of the meetings so far, obviously they don't have enough people to bring someone to the county because Valdi always has to read Precinct 5. So I don't quite understand that. But anyway, we would like to know, is there more crime over there? What's happening? And again, you're the commissioners. Y'all all hired them again, brought them back. So I think each of you should be checking on how much money they're bringing in and what they're doing and why they need another deputy at the job that they're performing. I know I'm always told in the past, well, Precinct 3 Constable has so many, Precinct 1 has so many, but they all bring in a lot more money than what these are. So we would like to just know how many more and what are y'all doing to keep an eye on this Constable Precinct 5. Thank you.
Thank you. And Judge, Commissioners, just to answer that one question, this is a vacancy that they have. This is not an additional slot. This is a slot that's already exists.
Is the item been read?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 10A.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Yvonne Ramon with the Elections Department. Item 10A is discussion on election updates. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for yesterday's special meeting. It was the canvassing of the constitutional election in which now we are able to send all those results to the state so that they can now canvass on a state level. So thank you for that. The second item is on July 16th of this year, this court approved for us to go ahead and bring on an audit, a security audit from DIR AT&T. And just to inform you that the survey, the security survey has already started. We went ahead and conference call with them last week, and they will come tomorrow. They will be on our grounds tomorrow and Thursday, and they will conduct this election security assessment that we are excited to have. So thank you for having approved that. Keep in mind that the Secretary of State's office is funding this security audit, and of course it's law now. So thank you for that. They will be giving us an assessment afterwards, and we'll be very happy to receive. I'd like to give a special thank you to Mr. Salinas, the Director for the County IT, to Mr. Valdeguerra, to Ms. Josie Ramirez and Mr. Victor Garza, and of course my staff in getting prepared for this audit. It takes all of us, and your support is greatly, greatly appreciated. So we'll be looking forward to that assessment. The third thing I'd like to talk to you about is we are getting started with runoffs, and these copies have been given to you. Tomorrow, the city of Alamo will start their runoff. What we found out, they hadn't had a runoff in as long as I've been here, but their charter asks that they have their election day on a Saturday if it's a runoff. So it's actually starting tomorrow. Their early vote will start tomorrow, November 20th, and will go through Tuesday, December 3rd, with their election day being on Saturday, December 7th. Now, it's important to note that voters that are listening, and for anyone that you speak to regarding the runoff in Alamo, they can only vote, early vote on election day at Sergeant Fernando de la Rosa Library. They are not part of the district-wide, county-wide program because their schedule is different. If you turn to the second sheet, you will see that the city of Edinburgh and the city of La Jolla have runoffs. But they will be part of the countywide, district-wide that we call it, because theirs will start on Monday, November 25th, and go through Friday, December 6th, with their election date being on December 10th. That goes concurrently with their election, their original election. But you will see that the early vote and election day sites are at the Elections Annex at UTRGV and La Jolla City Hall. Both for early vote and election day, voters for these two runoff elections can vote at any of those three polling sites. So if you are a citizen of La Jolla, you can vote in the Elections Annex or at UTRGV. And and opposite everyone, any voter for the city of Edinburgh and the city of La Jolla are able to cast their ballot at any of those three locations. Different from the city of La Jolla, which will run as a single runoff election. It's very important that if any a community member has a question, if any voter has a question, please call us at 318-2570 and ask. Before you head out to the polls, before you have a question or a doubt in mind, be sure to give us a call and find the answer. So are there any questions? Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, under item 11A, 1 and 2, there's no action this week. We have undertaken 11B and 11C. I'm asking the court to consider and approve or consider the following. Approval of and consent of Hidalgo County for Ricardo Perez Law Firm, PLLC, to represent Hidalgo County in a real estate transaction where firm represented the other party on other matters.
I have a motion to approve.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And Judge, Commissioners, for the WIC department, they are undertaking some training this week. So for Ms. Clarissa Ramirez, WIC admin, this is their 1292 fund, requesting approval to submit the survey to the Texas Health and Human Services for additional funding.
Move for approval.
Second. Can I just make a comment real quick? I kind of appreciate that the Precinct 5 constable doesn't come all the way over here for one item. So if you could keep helping him with that.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Do we have a second on item 12A?
Yes, second. I had second.
I'm sorry. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
No one opposed? Motion carries.
Flaco.
13A, the Flaco director.
Every time I see him at McDonald's, I send a picture of his car to him and ask him what he's eating.
He's trying to catch me with carbs.
Hey, almonds.
I've been able to elude him so far. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Raul Saliero, Human Resources. Item 13A, first, we're requesting a waiver of the budget amendment policy personnel-related amendments, if applicable, for personnel items that are listed.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, I didn't have much time to work on this policy, to prepare this policy, and I've had a chance to talk to legal this morning. We're asking approval, though, subject to legal. I have talked to them about some minor languages, but this is a discussion, consideration, and action to implement a sick leave donor program for county employees who are not eligible for the sick leave pool program and who are affected by catastrophic health conditions or injuries. Basically, commissioners, what this policy would do is allow employees who are not participating in the sick leave pool, and they couldn't participate because they didn't donate, they didn't have enough hours to donate, maybe they're they haven't completed the 12 months, or maybe they have used up any eligible hours that they had under the sick leave pool. There is a limit of how many hours you can use from the sick leave pool, and it's 180 days. And we have had some employees who have exceeded that and are still in a catastrophic mode, cancer-related type of things. So this basically would do this. This would allow employees who are not participating to solicit donations from coworkers if they have a catastrophic event and they're not eligible for the sick leave pool. We would follow basically the same procedures as the sick leave pool. The only difference is that the hours would be donated to that employee from coworkers, and the amount of hours that the employee would have to use would be those hours that he was able to get donated to him. And any remaining hours that would not be unused, we would transfer them to the sick leave pool. We're asking approval subject to the minor legal revisions that I have discussed with Mr. Garza, and we'll make the corrections and revisions and adopt the policy accordingly.
So move subject to legal.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item C for the District Attorney's Office, approval to award discretionary step 3 to an employee hired under slot number 080-002-0148, Assistant District Attorney 2, after approval of HR criteria, certification in accordance with Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioner Court approval. Commissioner, we recommend approval. The item is in line with the classification plan.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 2, approval of the following personnel actions effective upon Commissioner's Court approval. These is only, there are 2 positions. They're funded from different sources. That's why they have so many slot numbers. But basically what they're asking us to delete an attorney, a District Attorney 3, which is a grade 17, and create a lower level position, an Assistant District Attorney 2, which is a grade 15.
So moved.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
District Attorney's Office, on the second page, Domestic Violence Unit Grant. Approval of the following personnel action effective October 1, 2019, and for calendar year 2020. The grant expired, and this position is no longer fundable or available, and it's vacant. So they're asking permission to delete slot 001, Assistant District Attorney 2, grade 15.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item E for the sheriff at the jail, approval of the following personnel actions effective next full pay period. This is they're asking a change in title due to the requirements of the position. They're less than the accountant 1. It's a same grade. They're asking to change the title from accountant 1 to accounting clerk 3. And it's the same grade, no change in salary or cost.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item F for the Health Department. This is a grant position. They're asking approval of the following personnel action effective 11/19/2019 and for calendar year 2020. They're asking permission to create slot 0021, Public Health Specialist 1, grade 9.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Mr. Silguero.
Yes, sir.
With respect to the action item that includes language says and for calendar year 2020.
I believe because it was included in the budget.
Is it included in the budget?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you've answered my question before I asked it. Okay.
Item G, Constable Precinct 3, subject to the auditors had an observation about the funding, subject to funding. Constable is asking permission to create one full-time temporary position effective 11/19 through 12/31. The constable has couple of positions that are where the deputies are out on FMLA, and others that are going to be on some type of extended leave because of hours that they have accumulated. So they're asking permission to just create a temporary position through the end of the year for slot T025, a deputy constable at a rank 6.
So they're able to create somebody and get rid of them in 2 months?
Yes, well, they have reserve deputies that they can appoint.
I got you.
For a short period of time.
Okay, so move. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I had, Judge, Commissioners. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oscar, are you in the agenda? Are you going to be able to do a presentation? Okay. Go ahead, Eddie. Item 14A.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Item 14A is requesting approval to accept TBPC federal grant contract HHS 00068610020 in the amount of $437,771 for the period of January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020, and for the county judge to e-sign the grant contract and related documents.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item B is requesting approval of the interlocal cooperative agreement between the city of McAllen, Texas and Hidalgo County, Texas. For the purpose of the agreement is for the city of McAllen and Hidalgo County to provide the South Texas All Hazards Conference for individuals who respond and provide services in case of emergencies involving potential public calamity, primarily in mitigation and preparedness, response, and recovery, and further described and detailed in the ILI attached herein.
For approval.
Second.
I think we understand it.
Yes. Well, basically, it's just the All Hazards Conference. It's an agreement we have with them.
We have a motion to accept. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item D is request approval to accept donation amount of $5 from a client. Person had a refund and they're just donating it.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Item 15A, discussion and consideration of approval of cash compensation for overtime hours physically worked by a non-exempt employee that was directly involved with the Rio Grande Valley IMT response team to Tropical Storm Imelda. Mutual aid assistance will be including the employee's paycheck for the next available pay period in accordance with the Hidalgo County Civil Service Commission rules and the Hidalgo County Personnel Manual. The employee's number is 105937. We're requesting permission for this to occur. This is all reimbursable under the interlocal we have with the state. So we can reimburse, we can pay him out, then request the reimbursement to the state, not just for his salary benefits, to include the mileage and the meals and the hotel that he stayed in for the 2 weeks that he was supporting Hardin County during Imelda.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Morning, Judge.
Go ahead.
Commissioners. On behalf of the IT Department, item AI 73159, District Attorney's Office, authorization and approval for the deactivation of 10 wireless devices and the reactivation of 3 wireless devices through the county's membership/participation with contract DIR TSO 3415 with Verizon Wireless.
Approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Got one more item, AI 73248, authorization and approval to deactivate wireless data service through the county's membership/participation with contract DIR TSO 3415 with Verizon Wireless for the following. Deactivate 1 for the WIC and activate 2 for the tax office.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next item is item 19A, Precinct 4, Commissioner Torres.
Hello, Dr. Jennifer Mendoza Culbertson, Precinct 4. Agenda item 73256, requesting public hearing regarding local parks grant application being submitted to the Texas Park and Wildlife Department.
Okay. I hereby call the public hearing to order. Is there anyone here to address us regarding this grant application?
Judge, if I may, just Dr. Culbertson, just a quick synopsis with respect to the application. This is an application with respect to some grant funding that may be available to counties with respect to improving their parks. And at this time, discussions that were held for the audience, information discussions that were held with the Parks Committee. There was a consensus that Precinct 4 was ready to go with respect to the application at hand. And so this is, again, an application for funding, possible funding, to aid in the improvement and enhancement of Precinct 4 park system, correct?
Yes, sir.
So,
okay. Is anyone here to address us regarding this matter? Hearing none, that concludes our public hearing.
May I proceed with 2, 3, 4, and
Yes,
5?
ma'am.
Okay. Requesting approval of a resolution authorizing the submittal of a local parks grant application to Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Number 3, approval of local park grant program applications, certification, and program assurances. Number 4, approval of an order restricting drilling and mining. Number 5, authorization for county judge to sign all related documents.
Motion approved 19A, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Good luck.
Thank you. Another agenda item, 73106, requesting approval for the RGV Food Bank distribution to use the San Carlos Endowment Center Community Culture Rooms, including the parking lot area at Precinct 4 on Wednesday, December the 11th, 2019, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Sergio Cruz, Department of Budget Management. Item 28-1 is requesting approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor in the amount of $1,347,248.24. These are for revenues received from the City of McAllen for the McAllen FM 676 Phase 2 road project and appropriation of the same.
Second.
Approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge. The highlight of the meeting. Always.
Oh,
Friday.
right. Bet you say that to all the girls. Okay. Just kidding. Their scores.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item C is authority for purchasing department to commence negotiations for the contract described in B with the number 1 ranked firm of Tedsey Infrastructure Group.
So moved.
You have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C2, still precinct 4, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements, 262-024A4, a professional service.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
D is a presentation of the scoring grid for the purposes of ranking of the firms that were nominated. This is for the same type of service as in A and B, and C that were granted in number 1. The firms were L&G at 197, Half Associates 193, B to Z at 190. Does the court wish to rank them in the order of their scores?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Item C, authority for purchasing to commence negotiations with the number 1 ranked firm for the services as described with L&G.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Under item 3, award primary and secondary vendors submitting the lowest and best bids meeting all specifications and approval of contracts for RFB number 212. This is Pit Run Caliche base for the following. The primary will be Royce Hauling. Secondary will be Grancelli Construction.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item D, this is for Health and Human Services, presentation of the scoring and evaluation grid for the purposes of ranking. Actually, it's for the purposes of the court submitting the submitted response as qualified in order to proceed to the next phase of the procurement process. The Chief Physician Services, it was Dr. Ivan Melendez. I will tell you that the scoring grids they met anywhere from 80% to 100% in his score. So he is qualified to proceed.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item B with acceptance and approval of the final negotiated contract with Dr. Ivan G. Melendez, MD, for Chief Physician Health Authority for Hidalgo County Health and Human Services Department.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
E1 for IT. This is requesting approval to purchase equipment through NetSync Network Solutions under the DIR contract as listed in the amount of $84,420.09 through the requisition as posted.
So moved.
Second.
And Commissioners, before we vote, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Firma Clarity on that
Just
item.
asked, excuse me, because over the past, we bought a lot of stuff, and they had just said, what is it that we're getting? Is it for the full county? Is it just this building? Is it for the new courthouse? And so I said I would ask.
It's for the overall operations of the county. Mr. Salinas?
That's exactly correct. This will, it is for the use of the entire county.
Thank you.
It is to extend and broaden the capacity for virtual servers for the entire county.
Awesome.
Can you describe what that meant? Because he told me that while ago, I didn't understand the virtual.
Okay. Currently we have 4 HyperFlex nodes, which again are basically large, high-capacity servers with lots of CPU, lots of RAM, lots of storage. We take the 4 of them, bundle them together, and that's what we use to actually house Odyssey, which is, again, our court document system. This 5th node, if approved, will provide access for all the ancillary servers, the other servers that we need to run the entire county, and we'll be able to separate those from Odyssey with respect to security and capacity.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. We have a motion to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Under F1 for WIC, presentation of the responsible vendor, GBB Rentals Limited, submitting the sole bid received for the purpose of award and approval of contract. This is for lease of office space, City of Donna.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is presentation of the sole qualified responsible vendor, R Real LLC, for the purpose of award bid and approval of contract, and this is for this is Alex ABB lease of office space in Alton West.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
G is facilities management. Number 1, presentation of the sole responsible vendor, Matt's Building Materials, submitting the lowest and best bid for the purpose of award. This is for construction materials and related supplies. The observation that was made is that this is an award subject to the receipt of the current Accord form of insurance, Accord certificate of insurance.
So moved.
Second.
We only had one bidder for construction materials?
It's a very, we try to encourage, Commissioner, Judge, but we don't get many. We will send out the packets, but we don't get any participation.
And have you been checking the pricing? I mean, this is a very good firm. I'm not questioning that.
Oh, no, yes, we do check for, it's a 0 increase from our last and our current contract with them. I did check on that.
We have a motion to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
H1 Sheriff's Office requesting approval to purchase 1 vehicle for the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office through Spikes Motor Company for a total amount of $37,213.75 through the processing of the requisition and issuance of a purchase order, subject to the vendor's successful completion on the registration application process with SAM.gov, because this is being bought with federal grant funds.
Someone.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I-1 for, this is on the county-wide projects, authority to advertise and approval procurement packet for the professional audit services for Hidalgo County. That's A.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And B would be appointment and/or designation by Commissioners Court to select and assign the evaluation committee members. Would it be the chiefs?
My chief again.
Yes.
Sure.
For me.
And I will be asking precincts 1 and 4 if you give me that direction.
Okay.
I need action, please.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 2 is presentation of the commercial electric service agreement between GEZA Energy LP and the county as required under the membership agreement with Texas Coalition of Affordable Power, that's TCAP, in connection with securing electric energy power service as reviewed, and it was reviewed by legal counsel.
Move for approval.
Second.
This is to
Everything else is already in the works with them, but this is a requirement.
okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
3 is presentation of the sole responsible bid received, meeting all specifications and/or requirements for Enrige Incorporated DBA Clean Portico for the purpose of award and approval of contract document in connection with the project titled Lease of Services of Portable Toilets and/or Showers. I did look into the question raised at our prep meeting. We have sent this out to 6 vendors. Historically, including 2 local ones, they do not participate. We ask them, but they just do not choose to participate at all.
And Judge Commissioners, we do have a public participation form on this item as well from Ms. Fern McClarity.
I'm trying to look through the contract to find out more or less what we were talking about price-wise, más o menos, and then we were wondering why showers. I understand porta potties when we go somewhere, but
This is all on an as-needed basis. The showers are included for those disaster events where you would have people working 24/7, like the precinct workers do when there's flooding or any type of disaster, and it would be on an as-needed basis in order for them to be able to.
or anything I can
That can be secured if you ask for that information. Okay, going on to item 4. Did we get a vote? We did.
No, not yet.
We have a motion to approve. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 4, presentation of the sole bid received for responsible vendor Martin Peña DBA Delta Specialty Signs and Supplies for the purpose of award and approval of contract, traffic, road signs, and miscellaneous items. This would be recommended for approval, subject to the receipt of the current Accord form of insurance.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
And the last one is presentation of the sole vendor, I think it's called Loist, North America of Texas, submitting the lowest and best bid for the Lime Road material and services. There is a 0 increase in the price.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, that's all I
Thank
have.
you, Marty. Do we have any action items on our closed session?
Yes, there's no need to go back to closed session. Under open session, item 25A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same.
There is one item that we need to.
Oh, we need to go back to closed session? Okay, my apologies.
Okay, do I have to give the same spiel? To go back, okay. Okay. Rewind. Okay. With the Commissioner Court, we'll go back to closed session pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, Section 551.071 and 551.072, to discuss the items listed in that section. May I have a motion to go to closed session?
For approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We'll be back. Action items to take.
Judge, Commissioners, under open session, item I lost my agenda. Item 20.